Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, NerdMode, and welcome to Recap, a video series where I'll be going over what has been occurring over the last week and just talk with you guys about things that you can be expecting in future episodes. So with that said and done, let's jump right into the episode, shall we? So jumping right into the YouTube side of things, you guys will notice that I did miss quite a bit of days when it came down to the video series that are occupied on my channel normally, as well as some of the independent videos that do get uploaded from time to time. Now, of course, a lot of that was due in part to me having to rethink my channel and overall looking at the progression and the overall success of the individual video series and determining whether they were important enough to stay or if they just weren't important enough to keep, if they were something that would be better off later in time, or if something that I needed to really rework or have better graphics or overall whatever that may come down to. There's a lot that was independently on my mind and a lot that I was really trying to determine whether or not it was important enough to keep. So basically what I've determined is that I think Monday series, which would be Mobile Monday, I don't think I'm going to keep it anymore. I think it's a video series that was great on black and white paper, but unfortunately it doesn't have the response that I was hoping for. Now, of course, I can't be overly exaggerated when it comes down to it, but I just don't think it's something that occupies my channel as much. I think any of you guys that are watching the videos that I produce are probably really interested in one of two things. You're interested in Battlefield 4, or you just enjoy what I have to say. But I would imagine a lot of you guys tend to find my videos, or have stayed as long as you have, are mainly because of the game that I'm playing. I imagine if I started playing something like Arma 2, a lot of you guys wouldn't be interested. And if I were to start playing something like Call of Duty, if you're a Battlefield guy, that probably wouldn't grind too well with you. So when it comes down to it, I imagine a lot of you guys are interested in the Battlefield content, not as much as the independent or indie games on a mobile device. So with that all, kind of talked about, I think Mobile Monday is going to be something that I put on hold for a while until I can really decide whether or not to keep it. But at the moment, I don't know what will occupy its place. I imagine I'll figure something out. But overall, I'm satisfied with everything else. I like every other series. There's a couple of tweaks that I can do here nor there on some of the other ones to kind of enhance them and overall make the experience as a viewer much more enjoyable as well as a content producer. So you could say I'm really trying to determine which is better, and I think I made a pretty successful choice, but I guess we'll figure out as time progresses. But anyway, that's kind of the YouTube side of things as of the moment when it comes down to it, and I hopefully will be back. Hopefully no more intermediate breaks or anything like that, because that's not something that I'm accustomed to, and it's definitely very weird, especially in the midst of it. So of course, transitioning into the gaming side of things, I really haven't been spending a lot of my free time or my available time playing any kind of games, may that be on my PC, my iPad, my Xbox One, or PlayStation 4 or 360, anything like that. I really haven't been doing any of that kind of stuff. I haven't really even played the consoles in probably 8 months by itself, but when it comes down to the main platform that I play on, which is PC now, I just haven't really been into it at the moment. It's not because I'm at a loss of ideas or I don't have enough games to occupy my free time or anything of the equivalency. It's just that there was nothing really peaking to me. There was nothing that was calling my name, and I really got invested into it during that period that I was gone. However, when I came back, I realized that I didn't have a whole lot of footage, so I definitely needed to get some of that going, and I was really enjoying Battlefield for a while until I realized that everybody likes to mortar spam and shoot explosives everywhere, but, that's how Battlefield 4 operates at the moment. But of course, me and Daze, which is a guy I play with a lot, I've been probably playing with him for the last couple of months now, we jumped into Arma 3, and we've been playing that from time to time, but we were really successful a couple of nights ago. I got a amazing scope that had a pretty good optic sight on it, and an amazing gun that's probably a 2 to 3 hit kill, and I was just dropping kids. We had ghillie suits, we were sniping in the hill, taking objectives, taking names for days, and it was just a great time. It was probably one of the best moments I've ever had gaming in the last year, I would probably say, and it was a very memorable experience by itself. Now on the plus side, I do have all that footage recorded, which is something that's not very common, considering that when you play games like Arma 3 or Arma just in general or DayZ or any of that kind of stuff, those games are not very nice for recording. It's not because there are frame rate issues or anything like that, it's just those games are so GPU and CPU intensive that a lot of the times you're not getting that 60 frames per second, or you're not achieving the correct frame rate that you occupy. Now, of course, I have 4 graphics cards, so I'm easily over 60 frames, but I get micro stuttering from random things, and a lot of the times it's because the games are not optimized for SLI or something of the equivalency. And this is not just me. I've known many people that also have 2 cards or even more that have the same problem, and so it can make recording kind of a pain when it comes down to it, and then a lot of times I just forget to hit the recording button by itself. But I do have some of it recorded. Hopefully it'll turn into a good video. I haven't really looked at it, so I'm a little skeptical on how it'll turn out, but I imagine I can probably operate a little bit on it and fine-tune some things when it comes down to the main gist of it. So be looking forward to that content, of course, coming soon. And finally, transitioning into the real life part of the video, I haven't really been accomplishing a whole lot when it comes down to it, which is unfortunate in many accounts considering that in previous weeks, I would have my own accomplishments. I would look at things and envision myself doing certain actions, and in most of the time those actions would be complete. However, this week was a little different because I had a loss of motivation, which also deterred me from doing the daily obligations that I consider myself to be doing. And that in turn really didn't add up to a whole lot, and you guys probably saw the result of that as we kind of went through the majority of the week. Now, of course, with that all said and done, I did enjoy what I did, and it was a lot of fun on the side. You know, I did enjoy all the TV shows, like I've said before, and everything that had to occupy, but I also feel like I lost out on a lot, which really sucks in that aspect. But I'm really looking into hopefully getting things going again. I have a lot of ideas really written down on my board of things that I need to do, obligations that need to be completed, as well as things that I need to start getting into gear, because I can't just live the life I've been living for the last 3 weeks. It's just not going to work as great as I would like to envision it. But of course, real life calls, society tells you what you have to do, and the world has to operate in one way or another. So there's been a lot of things that I've been having to accomplish when it comes down to the main gist of it. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, a recap, of course. I'm going to continually keep you guys updated, and we shouldn't have any more disappearances for the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping. But when it comes down to it, guys, thank you for watching today's video. I will see you guys tomorrow, and this is NMO, and I'm going to be seeing you guys then. Peace.